Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal, and if you're like me, when you look at these like what I read in a week, what I read in a month videos, they aren't always very realistic. I work and I study, and I can't read 30 books a month even if I wish I could. I probably could, but then I would have to sacrifice literally everything else. So I thought it could be fun to take you guys to a little bit more of a realistic, like everyday person, what I read for an entire month. And I know that's long, okay, bear with me, but I think it could be interesting. At least for me, I want to see how much and how often I actually read. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to go through the entire month of April. So you guys will be seeing this in May. I forgot what month came after April for a second. So yeah, the first book I'm reading, or that I started reading in March but didn't finish, is This Delicious Death by Kayla Cottingham. I should have looked it up before. And I'm on page 124, so around halfway through. This book is about a kind of like zombie apocalypse where people became hollow and they started craving human meat, and then the government kind of nipped it in the bud by creating synthetic human meat, and that keeps them from being able to live among normal humans. And then this group of friends, like the hollow people, the people who need to eat meat, they get permission from someone. They've always have someone watching them, and then this group of friends get the permission to go to a big music festival, and they're very excited. And then while they're there, one of their friends kind of goes crazy and murders someone, and they eat him all together. So yeah, then they have to try to figure out who is targeting hollow people at the festival. And so far it's really fun, and I love this group of friends. I think they're very endearing. The whole thing is a bit creepy as hell, but I enjoy it. And then I'm also going to start listening to an audiobook. I'll place the picture up here. Is These Broken Places? Oh my god, I looked it up like 2 seconds ago. It's an occult horror. More about it I don't know, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. I like to listen to audiobooks sometimes while I work, because then at least I get some reading done. But yeah, I'm trying to really focus on my physical TBR this month. I'm still on a book buying ban. I didn't buy any books in March, so I hope I can somewhat keep that up in April, because that's my goal. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. This is the first book I'm reading. I don't have a set like TBR for this month. I usually just like to take things as they come and see what I want to read and what I'm in the mood for, because I'm a massive mood reader, and TBRs usually don't work for me, because I either will force myself to read something from them if I don't want to and get into a massive reading slump, or just read something else altogether. So yeah, let's see how much I read in the entire month of April. For some reason, this book has like the most useless like attempt at a love triangle in it, and I kind of hate it. I already hate love triangles in like most books, but this just feels unnecessary. I'm on page 170. I just stopped reading because I need to get ready for the concert. But yeah, it's the 4th today, and I haven't made a lot of progress in my book, which is kind of bad, but I hope I will finish it this week. I've just been busy. I have a concert today, I have a concert tomorrow, so I won't have a lot of time to read in the evenings. But I think it also looks like someone took like a bite out of my book. Okay, so I said that I was listening to Broken Places, but I honestly find the whole book so confusing with the way they constantly change POVs, and I feel like all the characters are kind of blending into one character for me. So I'm not really getting into it, so I think I'm going to DNF it. I think I ended up listening to it for like 2 hours. So we haven't finished the book yet. This month is the 4th of April today. The 4th or the 5th? I think it's the 4th, because I saw Sabrina Carpenter yesterday. I think I got tickets for the 3rd. So it probably is the 4th. So yeah, we haven't finished anything yet, but we're doing something, so that's something. I'm going to pick a new book, and then I'm going to start listening to that while I work, because I've been listening to music for probably like 4 hours straight, and I'm kind of getting sick of it, which I know. I pretty much live with these when I work. Okay, so yesterday on the 5th of April, I finished book 1 of the month, which was This Delicious Death by Kayla Cottingham. I always look at the artist, oh my god, the author name after I say the title. I'm like, wait, who wrote it again? But yeah, I finished This Delicious Death and I rated it 3 stars. There were just some things in this book that I didn't fully vibe with. One of them was the whole like unnecessary like love triangle that was just so, I don't know, it wasn't fun, it wasn't necessary to the plot of the book. The whole romance subplot just felt a bit flat for me. Like, it just didn't feel like it was an important thing in the book. And that just kind of threw me off. And if you know me, you know that I hate love triangles already. So yeah, I only rated it 3 stars. It was still fun, it was still exciting, it wasn't really as creepy as I wanted it to be. And the ending felt kind of rushed, but other than that, it was fine. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great. You know, it was like middle down the road, 3 stars, whatever. And then yesterday I already started the next book. I'm on page 33 and it's Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I didn't really enjoy Naturals that much. I rated it 3 stars, but I still felt like I wanted to give it another chance. And already now I can already remember why I rated the Naturals so low. It's also because first of all, it's a love triangle. Second of all, these kids are just a bit crazy. Not crazy, like, I don't know, the way they act just doesn't always vibe well with me. Like, I don't know, their dynamics always just feel a little bit off and a little bit forced, and like they're not really friends and kind of almost like they're using each other in a sense. I don't know. But like I said, I'm only on page 33 and I know so many people love this series, so I really wanted to give it another chance. And normally I'm always like, don't read the series if you didn't like the first book, but you know what, here I am, I'm doing it. So yeah, I have mainly picked this book as my second book to read this month because I know we'll go through it very fast, not because I think it will be like a good 5-star read, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. So yeah, that was the update I have for you guys right now. It's the 6th of April. I need to study, I'm doing all these stuff. But I will read today, this afternoon or tonight, I'm not sure yet, but I will read. Did I tell you guys about the audiobook I started listening to, by the way? I don't think I did. I started listening to After the Party by Georgina Lees. I'll put a picture here. It's like this thriller about this woman who's really in love with this guy she works with. I feel like she's kind of obsessed. I feel like it's more than love. And he gives me creepy vibes. Okay, I might be completely wrong. He might be a very nice guy, but he gives me creepy vibes. And then she thinks that at the Christmas party, he is going to confess his love to her because they've been like flirting, they've known each other for like 3 years. There was like, actually, like, it did feel like there was chemistry between them. But he turns out to be in love with someone else, like one of their co-workers, who she's already really jealous of. And then that co-worker is found dead, and she will be a suspect in that. And so far, I've listened to it for about like 2 hours. I think maybe about 2 to 3 hours. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's giving me like good vibes. Or like good vibes, you know, like good thriller vibes. Like, it makes me question everything and everyone. And I'm very excited to learn what the actual twist will be and what is actually going to happen in this book. So that's a good sign. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I also kept last night. It's Monday today. Yesterday was Sunday. I think it's the 7th today, the 7th of April. Don't quote me on that. Yesterday I kept reading in the Killer Instinct. I'm now on page 72. And I will say that so far I'm enjoying this more than the Naturals. And I think that is because now, like, all the basics for the characters and the storyline has already been laid out. So I feel like this one delves a bit more into the action immediately than the other one did. Because the problem with me for the Naturals, aside from the characters, and like some of the like obvious YA language, which is on me by the way, was that, I don't know, it was just something about it that I think I just thought it was very boring, because a lot of the time they were just studying, it felt like, and they weren't really doing anything until like more than halfway through the book. But I don't think that's the case with the case. That's the case with the Killer Instinct, and I really want to love this. Okay, so I just spent most of like my first half of my workday, which was like 5 hours, listening to the audiobook I told you guys about. And this main character is the biggest pushover ever. Like, she has a spine of like a wet leaf of lettuce. See, I'm gonna scream so much, it's not even funny. And this might be one of the most boring thrillers ever. I've been listening to this book for 7 hours now, and nothing has happened. I have like 1.5 hours left, and there's nothing exciting going on whatsoever. It's very boring. The twists are not twisting. Okay, I probably shouldn't be talking about this right now, but I just finished this book, the audiobook, after the party. And you guys will never guess what I rated it. 1 star. I rated it 1 star. All these characters did. Okay, this might contain some spoilers, okay, but I promise this book isn't good. At least in my opinion. So, skip ahead for like a few minutes otherwise. But yeah, it won't be like, I won't give away the ending, like the plot twist. All these characters did was go to the pub and drink every time. The main character was obsessed with a man who was, first of all, she was in love with this man for 3 years. She was kind of like stalking him, like they worked together, but she was kind of stalking him. And this man pretty much assaulted her in the woods, kissed her while his girlfriend was missing. While he was with his girlfriend, he had an affair with a married woman who was her best friend for more than a year. Like, excuse me. And then, like, she was still obsessed with him. It was a spoiler. She forgave him. They ended up getting married. She was supposed to go to London because she wanted a job in art. She stayed for a man. She did everything for this man who was a fucking ass with anger issues and abusive issues. And she still stayed for him. There was no chemistry between these two whatsoever. And then let's not even talk about the mystery, because the plot twist, the one who did it, it was the most predictable thing ever. I feel like I could have listened to like 1 hour of this book, skipped to the end of this book, and not have missed really a single thing, because it was so repetitive. It was all about this guy who she was obsessed with, and then it was about her being a weird codependent person with her mother, who was also really codependent on her. Which is really weird, because her mom was throwing like tantrums about her wanting to move, but she didn't end up doing it anyway because of a man. Ignore this angle. I literally just came home and I'm exhausted, so I'm just laying here chilling for a bit. The only thing getting me through this day at the end is this iced chai that at this point just looks like milk, but it's really good, I promise. And that isn't, my dog is trying to lick the cup. That thing on the carpet is a dog owl toy. It's a pirate owl. Anyway, not the point. Here's my dog Easy. Here, you can see his nose. That's not the point. I'm just laying here. I'm so tired. I had an 8-hour workday. Oh my god. Anyway, what I was trying to say was that I think I've decided on a new audiobook I will start listening to. I probably won't start listening to it today. I'll probably start listening to it tomorrow. And today's the 9th, by the way. I'm pretty sure. I still haven't double checked. Why am I like this? The audiobook I decided to list out, putting on a picture here, is The Murder List by Jaycee Kabler. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Or Jackie Kabler, I think. Not Jaycee, Jackie, I think. I'll put the picture here, okay? I literally was just scrolling through my saved for later audiobook list on my Nextory app, and then I saw that one and I read The Vanishing of Class 3B by her, or listened to it, whatever, and I really enjoyed that book. So I hope that this one will be better. And this is about a woman who finds like a diary and she thinks it's empty, but then she opens it and there's like a murder list on the inside, and that sounds really cool. and I really need to have a good audiobook after the disaster that was after the party, because that was just a snooze fest. I don't even know if my rant made any sense what I was saying. I just hated it. I mean, 1 star, that is a disaster. It's not good. It's not good at all. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So I'm gonna start listening to the murder list probably tomorrow. I'm not feeling that tired at the moment. So if I can, I might read some tonight in the Killer Instinct. I just came home from work and it looks like I got a package in the mail. It doesn't look like it, I got it, but it looks and feels like a book, and I haven't really ordered anything myself because I'm more a book buying bang. So I figured we might as well open it together for this video, because I'm already filming a read with me for a month, so I might as well keep you guys, oh, this scrunchie looks so dumb, so I might as well keep you guys updated on anything else book related. Let me see if I can open this. Let me see. Yes. Oh, there was a little note in it. Look at it. It's The Girl of Many Crowns by D.H. Morris. And it's signed, so that's super cute. It comes with a matching bookmark. That's just so cute. I adore it. Today is the 12th of April, and this morning I think it's Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I get it now, guys. I get the hype. This second one, the sequel in the series, was so much better than the first book, than The Naturals. This jumped into action immediately, like there was no doubt about it. And the fact that the love triangle is now resolved makes me very happy. And the fact that she picked my favorite makes me even more happy. So yeah, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I finished Killer Instinct and I rated it 5 stars, which is the first 5-star read that I had this month. And also the third book I finished this month. So far we're on 3 books finished and 1 DNF. So not bad, not bad. I have decided what I'm going to be reading next. And that is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. And I've heard so many good things about this, and this just looks like a quick fun read about vampires and living together with a vampire. And it just says Cassie Greenberg needs a new place to live, and fast. When she finds an affordable apartment in a beautiful neighborhood, she knows there must be a catch. Of course, a new roommate, Frederick J. Fitzwilliam, is far from normal. He sleeps all day, is out at night on business, and talks like he walked out of a Regency romance novel. He also leaves Cassie heart-melting notes around the apartment, always asks about her day, and doesn't look half bad shirtless on the rare occasions they're both home and awake. There's no denying there's a spark between them, but there's also a secret, where true love at stake will further come clean. This sounds fun and like quick, easy, fun read. So yeah, that's what we're going to be reading next. I'm very excited, so I hope we'll keep the streak going. Okay, so little update. I just finished reading The Murder List by Jackie Kabler. It was fine. I ended up listening to the last 2 hours, I think, 2 to 3 hours on 2 times speed, and I'm someone who usually doesn't really enjoy listening to audiobooks that fast. I know that's very unpopular, but I just don't. I feel like it kind of ruins the space, like pacing of the book sometimes, like the pauses are intentional, like things like that. So I usually try not to listen to it more than like 1.2, 1.3, you know, but this book was just so boring to me that I felt like I had to pick it up. Like, I just wanted to be done with it. I didn't end up rating it 1 star though, like I did with After the Party. I ended up rating it 3 stars, and the main reason I ended up rating it 3 stars instead of like lower was because I didn't see one of the twists coming. And I thought that was at least something, you know, it was something that kept it like a little bit more exciting and a little bit more like impactful in a sense. Not that it was like great, but it wasn't awful, you know, it was very middle down the road for me. There wasn't anything special about it. I also really disliked the main character and the fact that she was like a liar, a cheater, like She was just very unlikable in any sense of the word. I don't understand how she had that many friends and why so many people liked her, because I felt like there weren't really any likable things about her, and the fact that she was like a crime writer. And it didn't, there's like a creepy doll staring at me, sorry. And there weren't like any likable like characteristics in her, according to me at least. Like, obviously other people might feel differently about her. I think, what was her name, like Mary Alice, that was her name. I didn't really care for Mary Alice. I also didn't like the roommate in the book. I forgot his name. Was it Peter, Patrick, something with a P? I didn't like the roommate either, like the best friend roommate guy. And then the cops just felt very inexperienced. They weren't doing anything other like that you could really tell, other than that they were discussing things. And the meetings they did have, like, they didn't really give any impact on the story, I felt like, because they were never really making any progress. Never throughout all the time I felt like they had a suspect or anyone in mind. It was all like, oh my god, we can't do anything, you know what I mean? And that's just not very exciting. It makes it feel like whatever. And then the ending, I didn't see the ending coming. I didn't see who the murderer was coming. I had a bit of a suspicion that it was someone in that direction, but I hadn't really like formed any concrete thoughts on it. I asked one of my friends to pick me an audiobook, because I have so many audiobooks saved on the app that I use Nextstory, that I couldn't really quite pick one myself. I think I had like 134 saved, and so you picked number 123, which is turning out to be The Payback Girls by Alex Travis. I'll put a photo here, and hopefully I won't mess it up this time, like I did in one of my last videos. So yeah, I'll put a picture. I don't know a lot about it, other than that it's like a YA mystery about this girl who wants to get revenge on her boyfriend who cheated on her, and then I think the people he cheated on with, or something like that, or his other girlfriends, I'm not sure, they also want to get revenge on him, and then he gets like murdered or hurt. I'm not sure if he gets murdered or hurt. Could be one or the other. This is just what I got from the synopsis, by the way. I haven't started listening to it yet. And they are the prime suspects. So that's fun little, sounds fun. It's 10 hours long. I'll probably finish it this week somewhere. So I'm gonna finish the murder list. Today's the 15th of April. So that is the 4th book done. I think so far I finished 2 audiobooks, 2 physical books, and then I didn't have 1 book. But that's not really counting, but yeah, 4 books. So that's right on track for me. I'm still ahead of my Goodreads challenge, so that's great. So yeah, I'm just gonna go head home from work now. Maybe read some of my commute in my physical book, which is still My Roommate's the Vampire. And yesterday I didn't really read in that anymore, because I was so tired, and we had visitors and stuff after work, you know, like for dinner and all that. So, you know, yeah. So that's kind of what that's at. But I just wanted to give a quick update, because I actually finished the book. So yeah. Okay, so it's been a while since I updated you guys last. Ignore me, I am fucking exhausted, I'm lazy, it's a long weekend, and I'm just tired. Like, okay, so around 2 days ago, today's the 19th, and 2 days ago I finished My Roommate is a Vampire, and I rated it 4 stars. This was such a quick, fun, and easy read. And is the plotline a little bit ridiculous? Yes. Does any of it make sense, really? No. Is it funny? Yes. Did I laugh? Did I enjoy it? Obviously, yes. The ending, though? The ending was a bit like almost too ridiculous for me. And it would, like, I mean, you would obviously expect some ridiculousness from like a vampire romantic comedy, but the ending was a bit like almost too much for me. And one thing I really loved about this book is like the different like you write like letters to each other, so you have like different formats. Yeah, they have like text messages they send back and forth as well. So like it's like more than 300 pages, but pages like that just read away like. And the characters in this book are really funny. Frederick was hilarious without even meaning to. It was great, and I loved the other side characters in this book. I don't think there was really any character in this book that I didn't enjoy, and it was so funny. It had me laughing out loud. So that I think was 2 days ago, and then I immediately jumped into another book. I just haven't had time to update you guys. But I started reading The Whistling by Rebecca Netley. Oh, and now I've read, how many books have I read? 4? 5? I don't remember. I will update you guys when I finish this one because I genuinely don't remember. But I started reading The Whistling by Rebecca Lee, which is like a horror book, and it's actually really interesting because I did not know that, but it takes place in 1860. And so like the whole vibe is different than what I was expecting, and that makes it so much more creepy. And this is about like witchcraft and like ghosts and paranormal stuff, and it's freaking me out. Like yesterday I read like 100 pages and I didn't want to put it down, but I was getting tired, and maybe I'll finish it tonight. It's really good. And it's about this woman named Elspeth who has to go to like a small island near Scotland, and then she is going to be the nanny of this girl, and this girl is mute, and she has lost her parents, and she recently lost her old nanny, and then she lost her twin brother. So she's like kind of like, she's mute, she can't talk, she has had like a lot of trauma obviously. And Elspeth keep hearing like whistling in the house and like weird voices and weird footsteps, and they're like things going on that makes it seem like they're almost trying to raise the dead. It's really creepy. It's creepy as hell. And the whole atmosphere, this book atmospherically, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. It's so good. I'm enjoying this so much. And I feel like My Roommate is a Vampire was a perfect palate cleanser for me to jump into like a more serious, creepy book. I love it. So today is the 21st. Yesterday on the 20th, I finished The Whistling by Rebecca Lee, and I ended up rating 4 stars. And this is also the 6th book that I finished so far in, I forgot what month it was, April. But I think it's in April. I really enjoyed this book. I love the creepy atmosphere, and I was really close to rating it 5 stars because it gave me the creeps, and it gave me like, I don't know, it gave me like the shivers. But the only reason I didn't end up rating it 5 stars is because it did feel a little bit repetitive, and I don't know, there wasn't enough going on for me to feel like this book should almost be 400 pages long. I did, however, read the last like 200 pages in like one go because it was so good. So 4 stars, 6th book of the month, not bad. I did immediately pick the next book I'm going to be reading, which is A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. And I don't know a lot about this book. I saw it in the thrift store, it was like $3, so I wanted to pick it up because I did hear good things about it. And it is supposed to be like a gory horror book, and that is right up my alley. And I think it's about this foodie who ends up in jail, and then she recalls like her gruesome murders or whatever. I'm not sure. So let's just read the back. From her idyllic farm to table childhood to the heights of her career as a food critic, Dorothy Daniels has never been shy about indulging her exquisite tastes, even when it leads to her plunging an ice pick into her lover's neck. There's something inside Dorothy that she is finally ready to confess. But beware, her story just might make you wonder how your lover would taste sauteed with shallots and mushrooms and deglazed with a little red wine. I am excited to read this. It sounds so crazy and it sounds right up my alley. So hopefully this will be a good, quick, fun read. I will start it now. It has like just a little over 300 pages. So I think I will finish it really quickly. It's also the last day of the long weekend. I have to go back to work tomorrow. So I'm not excited about that. And after that, my reading will probably slow down a bit again, but we will see. Okay, so I've been reading A Certain Hunger, and so far I don't know why I have such a hard time getting through it. I feel like some of the sentences are like long-winded a bit, but I don't know. I have only read like 59 pages, but so far I'm having kind of a hard time getting into the story, which sucks, but we will see how it goes. Okay, so I finished the audiobook I was talking about, which I think makes that book the 7th of the month. It's the 25th of April today, so I do not know if I will read a whole lot more this month because my niece is coming to visit me for an entire week, and that will hold the entire rest of the month of April. So maybe after this clip, I don't know if there will be like a lot of individual clips, but we will see. Anyway, I finished the audiobook. I will put the picture here because I already forgot the title of it. Oh my god. Payback Girls, The Payback Girls. I ended up rating it 3 stars, and that was simply because I couldn't get over the fact how desperate they all were for this one guy who cheated on all of them, who cheated on them, all of them, by the way. He cheated on 3 of them. It was just very, like, okay, like, it was very weird, like, the way they were still going so strong for him. I did not vibe with that at all. and it was a little bit dragged out, and the plot twist of who had like done it was very anticlimactic. The ending was also a bit unsatisfying. It felt a little bit too easy of a cop out instead of addressing the actual problems. And that's all I think I can say about the ending without giving like a lot of spoilers. But yeah, it felt like a bit of a cop out. I don't know, I rated it 3 stars, so it obviously wasn't bad, but it was just also a little bit too long for my liking. But yeah, I haven't picked another book yet. I will see. I haven't been having luck with my audiobooks lately. I'm still reading A Certain Hunger. I'm page like 100, I think. But that's also very slow going. I'm not fully enjoying it, but I don't want to DNF it because I've been wanting to read it for so long. And I want to give it an actual chance to pick up. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. This month has been very up and down. I hope May will be easier for me to get like a lot of higher reads, because it's like high low, high low, high low. It's been a bit of a struggle, to be honest. Okay, so like expected, I didn't really get to update you guys anymore because my niece was visiting for the last few days of April and I barely got any reading done. I'm still reading She's Always Hungry. I'm a little bit more than like 70% through the book. I think I just haven't really had time to read it because we're out doing stuff and I still have to work a few times, so you know, it was difficult to find the time to read and actually update you guys. I did finish one more audiobook in April, and it was She Is Always Hungry by Eliza Clark. And I think she's the person who wrote Boys Parts. I think that's a pretty popular BookTube book. I haven't read it. Anyways, She's Always Hungry is like this book of like collective short stories. And they're supposed to be like horror themed, and I do enjoy books with like short horror stories. Like I'm a big fan of like listening to like horror story podcasts and stuff, and those usually are like collections of like short stories. So I do like short stories, but with this book a lot of them are like hit or miss, and if you do want to read this book, I did not do that. I think that might have been a bit of my downfall. It's like definitely check out the trigger warnings for some of the books, because the topics in these stories are not necessarily like typical horror segments. They go into a lot of like more deep and difficult topics. Wait, one of my books was like poking out and it was annoying me. So yeah, that's kind of something that to keep in mind. I ended up rating it 3 stars purely because, like I said, some of them were like hit or miss. So in the end of April, I ended up reading 8 books, which is not bad. It's pretty much my average. I think I could have read at least like 1 or 2 more if it wasn't for the fact that I couldn't read for like the last few days in April, which is fine. I had a lot of fun. But I am currently reading, or I was reading before I started to record like this last clip, and I have missed it, and I'm very excited to read some of the other books on my TBR. So yeah, that was everything that I read in April. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you. Leave a like if you did. Comment down below what you read in April, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future, and I'll see you later. Bye.